Hello, crafty friends. This is the Paper Chef here. Welcome to another installment of Stocking Stuffer Bootcamp. Today we're going to be making these fun little 3D boxes. They are going to surprise and delight whoever you give these to. They're going to wonder, how did you make these? That's what happened when I received one of these from my friend Sandra. She's from the Stampin' Bee. She's a longtime demonstrator. Has been a demonstrator for about 26 years now. Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. She went to dragon boat races and brought these as little gifties for the recipients. She's Chinese American, and I did look up what she told me these were called, and I'm probably not going to say it right, but Zanzi. Zanzi. Zanzi is the name for a rice, something you'd wrap in like sort of banana leaves, like it's a rice dumpling, or you would wrap it in, like you'd actually wrap edible rice in these. And so you would give these out, the rice dumplings, at the dragon boat races. So she said she didn't make those like edible, she made the ones that were made of paper. She made them green to look like they were wrapped in the paper. And that's what she gave me. And so that's what this is. So you're kind of doing a Chinese arts and craft for a stocking stuffer. Now, isn't that ironic, right? We're doing a stocking stuffer, but it's like we have really cool fun folds. So I thought the best way to teach this would be to do one a little bit fast, and then I would slow it down by raising my camera up and then doing one in a 12 by 12. So you'd really get the concept. And then by that time, it'll give those of you who are slackers a chance to run and get your paper. I keep telling you, don't just watch these. You got to go get your paper and follow along with me. That's the best way to learn how to do this. So let's go ahead and do one. I'm going to do one fairly fast because this is my teaching method for this one. And then I'm going to do one fairly big. And then I'm going to go ahead and raise the camera anyway. Because, let's see if I can find that little button there. It's pretty tight, but there we go. I'll raise it up a little bit. All right, so we're going to take the paper and we're going to fold it in half. And I'm using my Simply Scored because it's just easier to work with. You can also instead of just folding it in half, use your scoring tool and just help you by making score lines. But you know, when you're in Japan and they're doing Japanese origami, they're not doing score lines. But hey, we're professional crafters. We have a Simply Scored. We can make score lines. Don't worry that I'm doing this fast. I just want to show you that this is how I make them when I'm just watching TV, et cetera, et cetera. And this is going to be the pace that you can make these too. Of course, it took me many tries of doing it slower to learn how to make these. So just a bunch of folds, a bunch of rectangles, a bunch of squares. Triangles, no squares. We started out with a square piece of paper. So don't worry if you're not getting this yet. I want you to go get your paper. I'm going to do this very slow with a piece of 12 by 12. I want you to get a 12 by 12 piece of paper because the best way to learn this is with a 12 by 12, not trying to make it while it's small. And that is all there is to it. You turn it into a little boat, and that's your pouch, but you do tuck in the little edges. Ba-boom. Okay, and you're going to sort of tuck in the little edges so that you don't have to use any adhesive. Nothing. Nada, no adhesive, nothing. And then once in a while, if you want to use adhesive, you could. So it's basically a little boat when you're done. And you could use a little bit of adhesive if you wanted, like on these little flaps that are loose, but I don't think you need to. What I tend to do when I make a lot of these is, just because I like to be a perfectionist sometimes, I take my scissors and I might trim off. You know when you make a little box and you have that little flap sticking out at the end? That little smidgen, I might trim that little piece off, and that's about the most I would do. So that's the bottom line of how we're going to make it. Now, I'm not going to talk about the tying yet because I don't want to overwhelm my viewers, but I just wanted to show you that that's how easy, or once you get to learn how to make these, like that's how easy it's going to be for you. This is our third time we've been working on stocking stuffers. They're all pretty easy. We started with tag treats. I'll show you a few of those at the end of this video. Then next time I came on and we did the double fold pouch. We also made some diaper fold pouches. And now I'm just keep using my Whimsy and Wonder paper. to make larger projects. Okay? Yeah, what a fun box is right, Terry. And I will be saying hello to you. So when Sandra gave this to me at one of my events, I immediately was like, what? I have to learn how to make this. So I'm going to take a piece of 12 by 12 and we're going to make it slow. We're going to do this together. She sent me to a video that was either in Chinese or didn't have any sound, and I had to figure out what they were doing, and the tying part was the really tricky part. The other folds, I was like, I can handle the folds, but the tying up with the string was the only tricky. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to just do it with a 12 by 12 paper. So you're going to fold the paper in half, right? That's the first step. Now remember, I'm teaching you how to do a box that can be done with any square piece of paper. So this little box is a pyramid-shaped box. And it'd be fun to show you how big it's going to be before we even start. I still have one that I made with Follow Your Art Designer Series paper. So it's super cool. You can put gifts in it. This can hold a ton of gifts if you do the 12 by 12. So it really doesn't matter what size paper you use, as long as you start with a square box, a paper. All right, so you're going to fold the paper in half. And if anybody needs me to slow down, you write, slower, please. Right? We'll just let me know. Now we're going to take, and we're going to fold the insides toward the middle. Okay, that's the next step. So if you want, you can score, right? And you can score at the halfway points. You don't have to, because it's all fun. You can just score it. You can just fold it down. And then, of course, you get your little spatula, as we do for all our paper crafts. In this boot camp, we need a little spatula to always fold along our paper crafts, so along our lines. So that's all you're doing so far. Who's following along? Let me know. This is boot camp, guys. Who's following along? Yeah, this paper, okay, Donna Joe's asking, what is this paper called? The paper is called Whimsy and Wonder. It was on clearance, so I loaded up on it. And then anyone who bought my last couple of kits, I gave them this as a gift, both in my kit for the kit I'm doing for this month, Warm Welcome Bundle, and also for the Cheerful Basket Bundle. I gave you all this paper. I even gave you some of the Sweet Stocking Designer Series paper. It went with this month's Paper Pumpkin kit as well, the colors, so that's why I pulled it all out. Sweet Stockings also went with the kit because it has the cherry cobbler in it. And this one went with the kit because it has the mint macaron. So just, this is what I gave you as a little extra Christmas things. I told you if you got the kit this month, you were going to get spoiled. Next thing you're going to do is fold this in half again. So we folded it in half, and then we folded the insides toward the middle. And now we're going to fold it in half again. Okay? That's what we're going to do. So the Whimsy and Wonder is specialty paper, meaning it's foiled. And it's usually more expensive paper. It's like a $15 paper as opposed to a $12 paper. Well, I just couldn't resist. You can open it back up. Okay? So at this point, we're going to be making triangles. We're going to be, just to kind of slow it down, we're going to go like this and make some triangles. We're going to fold these both up to the sides, and then we're going to be folding these down. But so we have to just do one at a time. I like to, again, use this simply scored as a nice edge to work with. Okay, so they're like that. You're like that. Now I like to turn it around. Now really all I'm doing though, before I turn it around, let me just kind of, what I'm doing now is I need to open up these triangles, right? I need to fold down the triangles going this way. But to me, it's easier if I turn the whole thing around. So that's all I'm doing is I'm folding the triangles the other way now. But I'm going to turn it around because I find it's easier to do this. To fold the triangles and push up against the top of the Simply Scored. It's just an easier way to work when you have this little edge to push up against. Okay? And then I turn it around and just sort of do that. So I'm going to open it back up and show you. That's the basic fold. So you have, let me just kind of break this down again. We started out with a big piece of paper. Okay, we took a square piece of paper. We folded it in half. Right? Then we opened it back up and we folded in the sides. Then we folded it in half again. And then we did triangle, triangle, it doesn't matter which order, triangle, triangle. And that's all. That's how you make your box. Now you're going to take it and you're going to turn this into a little boat. like this. See this? You're going to fold it like this. You're going to push the insides in for a second. Now the little part we're going to tuck, we're going to take these extra little pieces and we're going to tuck them under. We're going to take all three of these, this, and this, and tuck it under here, right? So that you can't see it. And then it'll turn out like this. Like a little, someone last night on my channel mentioned, hey, that looks like a fortune cookie. It absolutely does look like a fortune cookie. So I might even be able to start calling it a fortune cookie box. But it kind of, I think I'm just going to keep calling it a 3D treat box because it is like a Chinese rice dumpling. It's supposed to be. Okay, now we're going to take these little parts and we're going to tuck them under. Okay, so lift that up and tuck them under and then fold. So you have no adhesive there. Isn't that awesome? Lift it up. Lift up that side, tuck all three sections under, and then put it there. So that's it. That's it. That's the fold of the box, and then that's going to stay in there. And then you're going to push that in a little bit, and you're going to fold the box like this. Okay? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Gorgeous Christmas box. Now, at this point, you can do a couple things to make it a little bit neater. You could either, if you wanted to adhere it, right, just a tiny bit of adhesive in that section, you could, but then you're still going to have that little piece that I recommend trimming off because that little piece sort of annoys me. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go and just trim it off, making sure I don't cut onto the paper. See, I'm never going to forget my scissors again for this boot camp because the first night I forgot my scissors. Okay, then this part, this is that little flap again. If you want, you can put a little tiny bit of adhesive, not too much. You don't really need any adhesive for this box because it's all tucked under. But then you can take your little, and this works better with the smaller scissors, but I still have not found them yet. So I'm using my bigger scissors. And give that a rub. So now that's how you get your box. Now we're going to load it with some goodies. See how much will fit in here. A lot of stuff is going to fit in here. So we'll put one of our marshmallows. Got these at Buc-ee's. Have any of you gone to Buc-ee's? It is like the best pit stop ever. Okay, I love it. We can probably fit a Ghirardelli in there. I don't know if we, well, maybe that's kind of big. Ghirardelli might be kind of big. Let's put a Snickers in there. Let's put a couple Hershey Kisses. I got a couple different styles of Hershey Kisses. I don't know if this Ghirardelli, we'll see. This Ghirardelli is going to be too big. We'll try it. We'll try it. Oh no, we got plenty of room. We can even put, we can put a lot more in here. I wonder if I can put one of my peppermint spoons in there. No, the peppermint spoon's not going to work. You can do candy cane. All right, we can fit a lot of stuff in there. You get the idea. So tea, Ghirardelli, marshmallows. I mean, you could probably put a pack of hot cocoa in there. All kinds of stuff. So now the fun part is tying it. So I will tie this big one, and then we'll teach you how to make these smaller. We'll do some more stocking stuffers smaller. You'll watch me do it a couple more times, and then we'll tie it up. We're going to take the evening evergreen, and let's take, now for the smaller ones, I need 2 feet. So I'm going to go ahead and make this a couple extra inches because it's bigger. So maybe I'm going to do like 2.5 feet. Well, even more, like 24 plus 8, maybe 32 inches. I'm going to take a lot of twine for this big one. But for the smaller one, I just need 2 feet of twine. Fold your twine in half. All right, here we go. The only tricky part about this whole thing is the tying it up, I think, in my opinion. You're going to take the part that's loosey-goosey, open up, right? It looks like a little mouth, and you're going to close it up. I almost think before I close it up, I should put something else in here. So I'm going to grab some hot cocoa and put that in there. I have some hot cocoa sitting right over here. Only because it's, before I close it, I might as well finish stuffing it, right? So I'm going to fold the cocoa like so. Okay, good. Because we got marshmallow in there. Can I get that in there? Or is it not going to work? Because it's a weird angle. Maybe not. I'm going to have to do this. Just so you see, because when you put things in, the things have to be folded a certain way so that it shuts. All right. Pretty good. I think it's going to stay. Stay. I'll told it to stay. All right, so you got this little, it's like a little mouth, and you're going to open that up, and you're going to loop the string around it. So here's the tricky part, and it's not, I don't want to keep saying tricky because you guys got this. You can do this. If I can do it, you can do it, and I have an easy way to do it. You need to go down like this. way down, because you can't tie anything up on here, it'll slip right off. You have to go way down. So think about it as you're going from the open part to the furthest point away, and you're pulling that string, and you're going to the very bottom of your craft, right where there's a point down there, and you're doing a twist. You're twisting the string with your hand, and then you're going to keep on turning the box, turning the box, turning the box, until you get all the way back to the beginning, and there's your box. And I ran out of, did I run out of string? No, I didn't run out of string. I'm going to just tie it up. But that's how to do it. That is how to tie the little knot. Glad I didn't run out of string. So you need more than 32 inches. I would say 36 inches would be a little better for this bigger box. And it's already stuffed, so I don't need to worry about it. I can give it out this weekend. I'm going to Mary Dipsmith's, where you make a dip and you go to someone's house. I'm going to bring them, I can bring them this giant treat, right? Because it's a nice little housewarming thing. And that is how to make the box. And that is making it big so that you can see how to do it. Now we're going to make some small ones, and I'll just talk you through it as I do it. See, with the same Whimsy and Wonder paper. Let's get this one that looks like a little gift. And you could score if you want at the halfway mark. But the part that you want to show on the outside is going to be facing down, because you want this part, you want the pretty part to show, the shiny paper. Open it back up. You can score at the 4.5 and the 1.5 marks if you want, but you don't need to. You just remember to fold into the sides. Using your Simply Scored as a little guide. This is a great thing to get in your starter kit, the Simply Scored. Okay, now you're going to take the paper and you're going to score it along the 3, and you're going to fold it in half. Okay, triangle. I'm just doing you got to do the triangles the same way. So triangle, right? Open it back up. You got your 2 triangles, and then you're going to push, just flip it around. Triangle. This is why I like having that edge there. Push it all the way up against the edge. The more you push it up against the edge, the less you have paper you have sticking out later. And then I just kind of do that one. Triangle. That's the box. Open it back up and push in the sides to make yourself a little boat shape. Push in the sides. Pinch. Pinch. That's the way a box looks. Pretty cool. But we need to tuck in those little parts that we don't need. So you're gonna get your little, hold these 3 pieces. You're gonna lift this up and tuck it under. Okay, and then you're gonna push that back down. Okay, pretty cool. And then you're gonna do the same to the other side. Lift it up, tuck it under. And if it doesn't work, it's because you didn't cut a straight, you didn't fold straight, or you didn't cut straight. And there it goes. Come on, get in there. That's what I mean. This one didn't look straight. Oh, come on. I'm forcing this one. Yeah, it's something a little wonky there, but that's all. Now we're going to take it a little bit, and we're going to, see, that one has more to trim off. That means my paper might not have been quite as straight as I thought it was when that one needs bigger flaps to cut off. And then you're going to, if you want, you can put the little bit of adhesive there if you want. And just to keep it from falling apart. And that is your box. Your box is going to be a beautiful box. We're going to be tying it up now. Evening evergreen. Okay, 2 feet because we're doing the small one. Another reason to have this is because this Simply Scored is because you can use it to measure your string and use it as your lap dust as you're working. Okay, let's see what we can fit in here. Snickers, Hershey Kiss. See if we can get a little bear from Aldi, the little German chocolate bear. Oh, well, that's getting tight in there. Okay, let's see. Okay, maybe the bear's getting evicted. Snickers and a Hershey Kiss. You can't fit much in here, but do you need much? Maybe a Rolo? See if we can get a Rolo in there. Oh, that's tight. Okay, let's just do 2 treats. That's all good. 2 treats is enough. Everybody's happy with any treat you give them. These are good to carry around in your purse and give out. All right, we got the string. It's no longer tricky. We're gonna start with the open part of the box. Get in there, Hershey Kiss, get in there. Okay, so you're starting with the open part of the box and you're going, you're gonna put the string around it to keep it shut and you're going all the way down to the farthest point along the bottom and you give it a twist. That's it, twist it once, keep on turning the box with the other hand. Keep on turning until you get to here. The part that needs to be tied, the only part that's left, right? Tie it up. All right, who's trying this? I'm gonna read. Don't be shy. Who's getting this? Who's understanding this? I did it in my Butterfly Brilliance workshop series, but that was a year ago, so, or more, maybe a couple years ago. That was a year and a half ago, so not this past summer, the summer before. We did a big, long workshop series with Butterfly Brilliance, and I did this box, so it's been a while since I've done this on my channel. All righty, let's look at this one. I can tie this one up, then we can make one more and wrap things up. All right, so let's see what we have. We have Dawn here. Hello, Dawn. We have Hilda. We have Melissa from San Antonio, Texas. Kathy Schmidt. Hello. North Pole Treats video, and now you're here. Janet was at the other video from North Pole Treats, she's saying. So Janet's here again. That paper looks gorgeous, is Donna Jo saying. Terry P loves the box. Donna Jo says thanks. And Angela came in late. No problem, Angela. I'm just wondering who's making this, if anybody's making this, and if you're understanding this. Hopefully, I'm not going too fast. Do you guys need me to make one more? I think I'm going to make one more. See if a Hershey Nugget can fit in there. Oh, yeah, look at that. 3 times in 2 days. Yeah, that's, Lynn, that's because I am on a roll making my, hello, Melody. I'm on a roll making these. You can fit a Hershey Nugget and 2 Hershey Kisses. I'm on a roll making these because I'm in the middle of doing my stocking stuffers. I can't wait and do the videos after Christmas, right? Because I'll be done and they'll be mailed away. My goal is to mail these out next week so that people get them in time for Christmas. And so I am going to be on a little roll, little stocking stuffer binge. And I still have the Rudolph treats. I still have the sour cream containers, which is something, these are 2 other crafts. Sour cream containers. Okay, let's start that one again. If it comes loose, you don't know where it went wrong. You just have to kind of start over. All right, so that was loose. Okay, start at the opening. Loop it around. Go to the bottom. Twist, twist, and back. That's good. And then I'd say, just so it doesn't loosen up. Oh, now that piece. Hello. I don't have enough string here. I should have, so basically you should have folded in half first because now one side was short. So you're getting to see me troubleshoot and it's more practice to watch me do it again. Anyhow, and of course, save this video, share this video if you have teenage friends that like to craft because this is a great challenging thing for teenagers who love, teenagers love origami. Things like that. So they would love, as far as paper crafting, this will be a fun craft for teens. You can even teach smaller kids to do it, but as long as you do it with them with the big ones first. All right, good. And for good measure, let me see. I'm going to put the light over here a little bit more. I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to look for one more piece. Okay. We're going to do one more. Fold it up. Fold the paper in half. Start out with the square. Fold it in half. Then fold it in half again toward the middle. I'm getting more done by doing the boot camp because I'm actually teaching, so I can do a lot of these. Then you're going to turn it sideways and fold in half again. Triangle. Triangle. Okay, thank you for saving and liking my video, Angela. Okay. This is one that you want to save because, like, I had to go look up the name. I had to go look up my own video. Now, usually I can find my videos because they're very descriptive. I'm like, hey, brother ScanNCut. And I write down the name of the stamp set or something. But this one, I could not figure out what it was called. So this time I was like, I just called it 3D Treat Box, I think. I don't know. But now I can look up because I did call it Treat Box. And I can find my own video again. It's hard to find videos if you don't name them because I didn't really know the name of this. Okay, so there we go. We have this little sort of boat. Lift that up, push in the sides. Okay. And that's it. And then go to the other side and do the same thing. Lift it up, tuck in the sides. And there you have it. Doesn't need to be trimmed. Not that side is good. And that side's pretty good. It doesn't even need to be trimmed. I think it's good the way it is. You might want to put a little bit of adhesive, but it doesn't need to be trimmed because the paper's not really sticking out. See? It's only if the paper's sticking out that it needs to be trimmed. Okay, so she's saying, so that's GGMAZIN. Okay, good. Terry made a little one. Awesome. Good. Lynn's saying keep it up. Good. Okay, so she made one and she's saying she still has some of this. GGMAZIN has some of this. She's from, it's Gracie. That's Gracie from Colorado. She's saying she still has some of this paper, so good on you. This paper's great for this. Okay, Snickers. And what else do we say could fit in there? Right? One Hershey Kiss. Barely. It's a small box, but it's so cute. It doesn't really matter what you put in it, honestly. It's so cute that people don't care. Now, where did I get the Evening Evergreen? Again, another retired product, because I'm using a lot of retired things for my stocking stuffers. This one is from, it was called Fan Baker's Twine. And in it, there was some Evening Evergreen. I believe that's where I got this from. And then there was some red in there. One of the shades of red, maybe Poppy Parade, and there was maybe some Night of Navy in there. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using a bunch of Baker's Twine that I already had from Stampin' Up. But it was coordinating, like the colors coordinate. That's what I like about it. Evening Evergreen coordinates with the Blushing Bride and all the the colors that are in this paper. It looks cool because it contrasts. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Dun, dun, dun. And we have a bunch done. And a big one, too. And we could go on, but you get the idea, and they can come back and look. This linen thread we do have for sale now. You can get some of this linen thread. That's good for wrapping these boxes. We still have sour cream containers. This one is, I'm going to be showing you a different version of my sour cream container. Because I like the way that she has the little Velcro on it. We have some Rudolph boxes. We have, oops, my antlers have come off. Okay, this one has seen better days. We have some Rudolph boxes I could show you. We have matchbook items. We have, there's so many more stocking stuffers I'm making. This is just some. These are just some of the ones. So let's show you what we've done so far. So we have these little 3D treat boxes. We have stocking stuffers that are called tag treats that we made with the paper pumpkin kit. Look how these colors coordinate together. The same mint macaron that's in this one is in that one. Okay, we have more of these tag treats. I just kept making them after the video was over until I ran out of stuff with my next kit. Okay, we have these, let's see, let's move those off to the side. We also made, in the last video, some diaper fold treat pouches and some double fold treat pouches. So we decorated again with that same paper pumpkin kit. I showed you how to make the gusset if you want, how to make the top and the side. So if you missed that stocking stuffer installment with the double fold treat pouches, be sure to check that out. This is all Whimsy and Wonder Designer Series paper. Thank you. I'm glad you like these. Terry P is saying, and Donna Jo is saying, so pretty. And Lynn's saying she always saves my videos. There's another one. See, I made some more since I saw you. These were a couple I made with the, what is this called? The Sweet Little Stockings Designer Series paper. And then I made myself a giant double fold treat pouch to store the other pouches in just temporarily and see how, just can put them all in there. And this will make a good little envelope for a card or whatever you want to make. So the one we made tonight was that really big one. You can hold a lot of stuff in. And then I also showed you the other day what we made of last month's paper pumpkin kit. Got my Christmas going on here. This is my Christmas pajamas, Christmas PJs. We had our holiday Christmas party with my team on Zoom right before this video. So that was kind of fun. We had a little bit of spirit going on there with some of the dress ups. Joni got most spirit for wearing the Santa hat, and she got most spirited. And we had a scavenger hunt, and that was fun, a guessing game, and we did an award ceremony for the papered chefs from last year I'm just going to show you that marshmallow again, who did things at the best sales, and people who are silver. These are just little ones I made with my ScanNCut. I'm just showing you some other stocking stuffer ideas. You can make little snowman soups. There's lots going on in my house in preparation. So yeah, I had a little fun Zoom party with my team. Then I came on and showed you the stocking stuffers, and I'm working on a Brother ScanNCut complete beginner's guide, which should be finished this weekend or next week. It's almost finished filming. I did some editing, and I need to do some uploading. And I'm working on Christmas, and it's a busy time of the year, but I keep on getting on to share as much as I can as I complete the next project. So for tomorrow, you will see me make another stocking stuffer, probably in the morning. And maybe, since I'm almost out of this paper, well, I mean, I'm not almost out, but I'm down to the last few. I have some that I'm ready to give away, but I have some of these. I think I'm going to be using, for tomorrow, some of this paper here. The sweet little stockings paper, we'll use some of that. And I can use some Celebrate Everything Designer Series paper. That's this paper here, and this is available now with Stampin' Rewards. This will be good for some of the treats we want to make, especially the sour cream containers, which can go in any direction because you want paper that's small patterns for that. All right, so stay tuned and make sure you click the bell to be notified for when I go on live, so you get to see when I'm going to be doing some more stocking stuffers. And I hope you're following along, and I hope you're getting your holiday crafting done at the same time. That's all for now. This is the Paper Chef. Have a great day.